everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Candace, and on my channel I'm sharing how I am taking control of my finances, paying down debt, while also still enjoying life. So, if you've been on my channel before, things are a little, chaotic sometimes. As of which this is my second time filming this. I just want to say that. So, that tells you how the first one went. Um but yeah, I just want to get into today's video and talk about like my goals for 2026, some changes for my financial plan. Um, that might be it. But sit back, enjoy. I might ramble a little bit. Let's get started. So we are finally in 2026. My birthday passed. It was January 1st, so I am now 33 years old. Happy birthday to me. Happy New Year's to all. And I just decided, it took me a while to kind of decide on like my financial goals for 2026. Like, where should I put my focus? Was I doing the right thing? And I realized that everything is always going to feel like a priority, but like I don't have infinite amount of money. And so I really just need to take the leap. And then if we need to pivot at another time, we can do that. So I'll start with like what changes I'm making to my finances, and then I'll go into like my actual goals. And then I'll have maybe a little bit of a budget with me towards the end, but I already got my paycheck for January 1st, actually on December 31st. So like all those bills and stuff have been paid at this point. So okay. So my first big switch is for the last like 3-4 months of 2025, my side job income, which is around $800 a month, I was putting all of that towards my student loans. We're not doing that no more. The side job is going to be specifically for my spending money. So if I want to buy some clothes or if I go out to eat, anything like that is going to come out of the side job money. So about $800 a month, give or take. Um, like this month for January, I didn't work the whole first week, and I didn't work the last week of December either. So like my paycheck next Friday is gonna be like $90. Um, so that kind of a thing. So that's what I'm gonna have for spending money. My student loans, I'm going to make into an actual bill, so it'll be under my fixed expenses now. But this is going to be starting for February because I didn't do it for January. Well, I could. We'll see. Um, I am making it a bill because my first big goal is to actually pay off my largest student loan, which is, as of a couple of days ago, is $24,438. So yeah, like a lot. So I'm gonna be putting $1,600 a month from my main income, my salary, towards paying off the student loans. I decided to do that because I didn't feel like I was always um treating the student loans like a bill, and it would be like I do my when I budget, I always do like my fixed expenses, my variable expenses, and then like I'll do like savings, debt, that kind of thing. But that is also was always kind of like fluid. Like if I needed something else, and maybe I wouldn't put as much. Maybe I said I was putting 400 towards my student loan, I would put like 360 or something. So I want to make it an actual bill. Like this is what I'm paying every month, so we can try to get this knocked out in 2025. I mean, oop, 2026. Um, so paying $1,600 a month from my student loans is going to put me at about $19,200. So in order to cover the rest of the student loan, some months I probably will take some money from my fund money and put it towards that loan. But I also have like bonuses and then my tax refund. Will that all that would be enough to cover the like $6,000 or $7,000 difference between my main check and what the student loan, what I owe on it. That brings me to another change for 2026. I got a second checking account. So My main one is going to remain that for my bills, like I already said. The second checking account, I'm getting my side job money is going to be deposited into the second checking account. That's just so like the money doesn't overlap. So it's just like I won't wake up Friday morning and misjudge how much I have in my bank account because I tend to do that a lot since I was paying everything from one account, and I wouldn't necessarily always notice when I got a deposit or not because I was just used to there being like a decent amount of money in my bank account. So I just want to keep it separate, have its own debit card so that when I go places I can just spend from that, not worry about it. We'll call it a day. Something else new for 2026, and I know everyone's not going to agree with this, but it's okay. Everyone's financial journey is different. I got a new credit card, and I'm actually very, very excited. I wasn't expecting to get this card until like maybe the end of 2026. So I ended up getting a Chase Sapphire Reserve, and I've been wanting that card for a while. Reason because I like to travel, and I don't know if I talk about it a lot. I feel like on my channel, that's like something that I like to do, something that I'm not going to give up, even though I am paying off debt. 'Cause I just want to be overseas, and I want to be out of my house, and I want to be out of my state, and I want to like see the world, meet new people, all that kind of stuff. So that credit card, I have an introductory period of 3 months where I spend $6,000. I think I get like 125,000 points or something like that. So that's not going to be like too hard to do. So what I did was for my bills, I have it written down. I switch a lot of them over to the Chase card. So like my Wi-Fi, my Pilates, Canva, all of my streaming services, Kindle Unlimited, all that stuff is going now to be paid on the Sapphire Reserve card. And then I'm just going to, once the statement, pops up, go ahead and pay it off in full each month. So the thing is, in order for me to hit 6,000, I need to pay my rent probably two times with this card. I don't just want to like buy stuff and put it on there, but so what we're gonna do is for February and March, because I already paid the January rent before I knew I had got approved. Well, whatever. I The thing with paying my rent with the credit card, there is a fee of like 2%, which would end up being about $40, I believe. So we're just gonna eat it for those 2 months, and then once I hit the $6,000 threshold, we're just gonna go back and paying our rent from a bank draft. I also could have put my phone bill on there, but the phone bill, if I did that, they would charge me like $5 more. And honestly, that's not enough. So the phone bill is only $84, so that would have gave me like $170 towards 6K. So I'm not even gonna worry about it. We'll just stick with the rent, do it for February, March, hit the threshold, and then go back. Um, I also need to see if I could pay my electric bill with that. I don't know if it was possible. I have to go look and see because it might only be debit card or bank draft. I don't see why, but I have to go look at that. And then I thought about doing like my variable things, so like my food and the gas, but I think I'm just gonna leave those to using my regular debit card. Because it's not like a consistent amount, and like I guess I could just move the money or something and wait and see, but I feel like I really need to like track to make sure I know what I'm spending, whereas everything else is a fixed expense. I know I need 1620 for Canva, and I know I need um 205 for my Pilates class. So it's easy to make sure that stays in my bank account versus, don't I never know how much I'm gonna spend when I go to the grocery store. Sometimes my bill's like $60, sometimes it's 160. So we're just gonna leave that where it is. Also same thing for my pedicure and my nails. My pedicure place, they actually charge more if you use a credit card. They would charge me less if I were to take cash in there, but I don't. And then my nail place too, they also would give me a slight discount if I use cash, but I'm not going to get any cash. So there's that. Okay, so something that we got um during my Christmas break was this here, a savings envelope challenge binder thingy. One of my friends had a vision board party and she gave everyone who came one of these, and it's pink, my favorite color. So I am very excited. I'd watch a lot of like seeking challenge fun videos, and I watch people who cash up. I probably watch that more than I watch people who like digitally budget like I do. Um, I think they're really interesting, and I would love to do it, but I don't. Crazy because I work in finance, so I could go to the bank. It's not hard. Like it's right there. But I just don't want to do the whole go to the bank and then I'm putting stuff back. I don't want to keep large amounts of cash in my house. I do live in an apartment. It is a I my apartment. I'm not gonna say the people are not nice because they're no one has ever done anything to me. But I think the crowd could be better. And so I just don't want to keep like that kind of money because I was gone for 2 weeks for Christmas break. So, anything can happen at any time. I'm not going to do it. So, what I will do though is possibly get some prop money to stuff for this instead. So, let's go through it really quick and I'll tell you how I'm going to use each one. So, the first one, hopefully, we can see it. It's a $10,000 in 52 weeks saving challenge. I feel like this would be perfect for having a physical representation of how I'm paying off my student loan. Especially since if I do 1,600 a month, that'll be like I said, $19,200. So filling this out pretty much twice would give me the amount that I need. So I think that'll be a good way to kind of like keep track and stuff. So, but I need some prop money and I need to know where to get some prop money. I was looking on Amazon, but I wasn't really seeing. It was giving like Monopoly money, and I don't want that. I want it to look like regular bills. I feel like, yeah, I think so. Um, I'll keep looking, but if anyone has any recommendations, leave them in the comments. Um, so yeah, I think that would be good for that specific goal, and then I'll have the physical representation here, and hopefully that'll give me a little bit more motivation to keep going. Doing things digitally can be hard to like keep the motivation or even like track what you're doing because swiping the card or making an online payment is so just like it's not real. It is real, but it's not real. And so we just need I need something physical, and I think that'll help me a lot. So this let me skip this one. Let me do this one first. We have a $500 in 30 days challenge. This is what I'm going to be used to fund my general sinking fund. So, what I really want to do is I know people have sinking funds for all these different things. I don't exactly want to do that. I just want to have one general sinking fund that's not like this is not my money for an emergency. It's for stuff that like comes up every now and again. So like when I get an oil change, that can come out of the sinking fund money. When I need to get my registration for my car, that could come out of there. If I have like what else would I even use it for? Um Maybe I decide I'm going to take like my nieces and nephews somewhere. That money would come out of there. If I decide I'm going to buy my dad an ice maker for his house, something like that that I'm not maybe planning for, or you know, it doesn't really happen. If I need some more money, I have a lot of money in my HSCA, but if I need more money for something that could come out of there, we'll just it's just a general once in a while or one off type of fun. So I am gonna do this. Use the $500 in 30 days for that. The thing with this challenge is it's not hard for me to save $500 in 30 days. So I think that kind of defeats the purpose of me filling it out because my next paycheck I could just move $500 over and then we're done. So what I want to do is maybe double or triple this and have it be like 1500 in 90 days or something of that nature. Also, like I said, it's not that undoable for me, but we'll see how it works out. Something like that. Or maybe like I'll change the denominations on these little pigs to something else, and then we'll see how much we just save. So, but that's what I'm going to use that for. And then the next one is the actual envelope tracker. So this is what it looks like. It's little circles. Um, and then the envelopes are in the back here. They're numbered 1 through 100. And this is going to be actually for my emergency fund. So we'll just fill it out as we have money for different things. It's just gonna be emergency and eventually probably moving money. I'm just gonna fill it out. Once it's filled, do it again and just keep going until end of time, until I decide I have enough money saved up for an emergency slash moving. This again, like it shouldn't take me that long to save $5,000. I just gotta be a little bit better with my spending stuff. But this is something else. Like I want prop money for this, so I can actually put it in the envelope and have, like I said, the physical representation of that. Maybe I should get a little box or something for this. Other little things that are going to be changing. Oh, I think here we go. That just flustered me so bad. Anywho, some things that I'm probably going to be getting rid of. So my streaming, so Hulu, Disney Plus, HBO Max. I do watch them. I don't watch any of them like crazy consistently, like to warrant me paying for them every month. So together they're about $12 for the Max and the Hulu slash Disney. Um, which over the course of a year is $144 that I could be saving but not paying for those things. There are shows on there that I watch, but none of them currently have a new season on. And so if they come out with a new season this year, I could just like get it back, watch a season, turn it off again. Um, I also could get rid of. I'm considering getting rid of the Kindle Unlimited. The thing is, I do read books on there, and it can be very sporadic though. So like over the summer when I was out of school, I read like 40 books. But since then, I've probably read like 10 or 15 ish, maybe a little more. Some of them are library books, and I read them like through Kindle. Um, but I'm not sure yet. Um, but it's cheaper to have the Kindle Unlimited than to pay for every single book that I want to read. And I'm in a lot of like Facebook groups and stuff for books, and so I'll screenshot a ton of books and then just go download like 10 of them. And then once I get through them, I do the same thing again. So it might stay, it might go. I just gotta see kind of how I feel. What else on here? My nails. So right now I get my nails done like clockwork every 4 weeks. We're gonna try to stretch it. Try to stretch it. To like every 5 to 6. So me going every 4 weeks, I get my nails done 12 times a year. So that's about $1,300 or so if it's like 125 each time. By me taking it, or if I'm able to stretch it to 5 or 6 weeks, then maybe I'm getting my nails done around like every. I mean, I would have my nails done about 10 times a year, so we're saving like $250 ish by just increasing the time between nails. We're gonna have to see how they look. I'm not gonna be like, oh, for sure yes or for sure no. But if I feel like my hands are too ugly, then we're just gonna go get it done. Hopefully it's over 4 weeks and then, it'll help. But even for my next set, I'm not gonna get it done until right before Valentine's Day. Reason being, I broke one of my nails, so I'm going to get it fixed on Friday. And so it doesn't make sense for me to go get it fixed and then, get my French fix and all this stuff, and then have to go back in another week and a half to get a full set. So we're gonna push it to Valentine's Day. So that'll be like 7 weeks actually, because I got these done before Christmas, the week before Christmas. So we'll see what happens. I might not be able to take it, but we'll see. Another thing that I'm doing, I switched my Canva subscription to the yearly. So for when I pay it in February, instead of it, doing the monthly, it'll just be, I think it's like $120. So we're just gonna go ahead and pay it for the year because I do like the Canva Pro. There are features on the Pro that I don't think I could live without. So we're gonna keep it and just pay it and save ourselves some money by, paying it in full for the year. Um, I don't really have anything else I think I could pay up that quickly. My Apple Music, like I said, I think I said it earlier. Now it's complimentary with my Chase card. I also get Apple TV, so if I need something to watch, I could look on there. But I'm gonna stop using the paper and use the actual um budget planner that I bought. So I bought a budget planner and a goal tracker from Budget for Five with Stephanie. She has a Ko-Fi shop where you can purchase those things. And I started playing around with it the other day. I should have had it done before January 1st, but I was having the time of my life, not working on break. So I didn't get it done, but we're working on filling it out now. So hopefully I'll have that done so I can show you guys in my next budget with me video how I'm going to use those. Um, I think that's it. Let me think. Yeah, my mind is clear. I think that's it. I'm really excited for 2026 and all the things that I'm going to be doing and the places I'm going to be going and the goals I'm going to be reaching. So let me know what your biggest goal for 2026 is down in the comment section. And with that, I just really want to thank you for taking the time to watch my video today. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Filming this part for a third time.